Hello, my name is Kevin and welcome to the Love Decanters channel. So I'm going to do a part 2 for the interwar conical decanters video because because I'm a bit of an idiot really. What's this right here over my shoulder here? Yeah, there's one. And actually there's another one over in the back over there. I also I never went to the shed. I picked up a couple of kind of conically ones there, and and I also at the beginning I promised, oh yeah, I'm going to do some that are not kind of conical but not, and to tell the truth I got a bit tired, and I figured this film's getting quite long, so I kind of stopped. So I have some sort of like hexagonal ones and sort of like square pyramidal ones, so I will do some of those as well. So yeah, I've got enough to do that, and and I've got a bit of documentation I can show you as well. So I hope you enjoy this. So here's the first one I'm going to show you. I've always thought of these as claret jugs, but I've been told they are also known as claret decanters, so that counts then, doesn't it? I think. It's very conical. There's no optical moulding in there. It's just light. You see, it's kind of very shiny, almost like carnival glass effect on the surface. The black parts, this line, the handle, and the stuff. This is all painted on. You can see it's got a bit of matte there, and you can see it's painted there. Look. And it has a fairly mattish kind of pontil mark with a number 31 painted in it. Is there a 31? Yeah, and there's also, if you can see, it's not very clear, but there's a 31 painted on the bottom of the stopper. So yeah, this is a very stylistically, this is very kind of deco with the way the handle is, and and I think this is French. Just saying about it, the quality is not super fantastic. French decanters are quite often not great. The stopper's not fantastically made. I would say the fitting's not that great. And I mean, some French ones are really good quality, but a lot of them are not. And that's what makes me think it's French. It might be Bohemian, but yeah, I think it's French. So yeah, this is a nice decanter. I bought this off eBay, knowing, that's a nice decanter. Not knowing what it was, but it wasn't very expensive, I remember that. And thought, that's too nice to stay where it is. It's coming with me. It's made by Stevens and Williams. It's kind of like not as conical as some of the others I've seen. It's a bit of a wider one, and it's designed by R.S. Williams Thomas. And I have a few references for this now, and actually I think I'll pull out a period reference for this. So and I think you'll like that. So so this is the Stevens and Williams one, which is not a very common decanter. So here I have the Decorative Art 1936 yearbook of the Studio, published by the Studio. And look at this lovely picture. This is all designer stuff from the period. The whole book's full of it. And there's a section on glass. I love these books. And and this is where you get to see who designed it, R.S. Williams Thomas. And this is the only reference I've ever seen where it names the designer. But it must be right because this is when it was made. So and it describes this service as a whiskey set. Would like to get these other bits, but I think it's pretty rare. So here's a decanter from my shed. This is a John Walsh one. It's kind of conical. Most of it is conical, I would say. It does have a slightly rounded bottom with a foot on it. This is a pattern called Kenilworth. It was made by John Walsh in the 1930s. Quite often these have a silver collar, so where you've got this normal ending, pouring lip and everything, this bit would be made out of silver. I see quite a few of them on eBay going for a lot of money with a silver collar. They all know who made the silver because it has a mark on it, but I know who made the bottle, and this is a very distinctive pattern registered to John Walsh called Kenilworth. And the stopper's got the same pattern on it. Yeah, I'll show you a reference for that. So the reference I'm showing you here is the glass of John Walsh, 1850 to 1951, by Reynolds. And yeah, so what's nice about this is that they have the Kenilworth pattern in case glass, so you can really see how the cutting, what the cutting is in here. And then, yeah, there's this bit where I wish the format of the book was bigger. But this is, it's so, you can barely see it. It's so, that's my fingernail, and look how tiny that picture is. It's like a cross between this one and this one here. I think it's actually more like this one because it's got the foot and the stem. It's just that the top bit there is cut into panels. But yeah, difficult to check things out of this book. This one's a bit of a cheat. I would call this really tapered as opposed to conical. It's kind of, but then it curves around. If it was Georgian, you'd call it tapered. But I don't know who made this. It is an interwar one, but it gives you a general idea of the kind of shapes that they were doing. Wanting things to quite often look tall. Yeah, I don't know who made this. There's no mark on it. There's another one I saw on eBay. Thought, yeah, that's too nice to stay there for that price. It's coming home with me. It's very Art Deco, the cutting. I just haven't been able to pin it down. It's a bit unusual in that. Look at this. The pouring lip is tiny. I mean, that's smaller than my finger. I mean, the peg, the hole for pouring out of. So, yeah, if you were drinking wine, you'd be taking ages to pour it out. Let me just show you. I'll grab the Kenilworth one back. Look at this. Look at the difference in those two. You see what I mean? It's tiny. You get about a quarter of what's going through. So yeah, interesting. So here's another one. This is actually a hexagonal one, but it's kind of cone shaped. This is by Edinburgh Leith. There's a pattern they had, and they have glasses that go with these that are the other way up. So yeah, with the bowl of the glasses this way up, and the cutting runs all the way down the stem. The stopper has got this as well. If I can find it, the bottom is a bit mucky, but there is a mark. Let's see if I can get it to focus on it. It's just, can you see that? Just there. Yeah, it says E&L Edinburgh Crystal. I will show you that in a book so you can see it. Yeah, there's another one from that style. So the reference I'm showing you is the Story of Edinburgh Crystal by H.W. Woodward. This is not a great book. It really doesn't have much in it. It's got a lot of writing. It's not showing you lots of patterns. It's terrible. Not well, for if you're a collector, it's terrible. If you want to know about Edinburgh Leith, then yeah, it's fine. There's the mark that we saw, and sadly, they don't even know when these were used. So, yeah, not a great reference. But I thought I'd show you this. Yeah, I've had to come a bit further away, and more of the edge of my paper is showing. Or off the edge of my paper is showing. This is a Whitefriars Govet decanter. or M54, designed by Harry Powell in 1930. I will do a video specifically on these decanters because I've got 3 other colours, and I've got glasses, and I've got piles of references I can show you for this. But I will, just for this one, I will show you one unusual reference. Let me give you a little bit of a close-up I can reach because I'm so far away from it. There we go. And yeah, it's got this kind of strangely textured surface because it's blown into a unpolished kind of mould, and the stoppers are similar but with dents on it. But the stopper has, let me show you this, put it out. The top is like a pontle on the top, just like you've got a pontle. There we go, on the bottom. So yeah, I've only got 3 more colours. I believe there are 5 other colours than clear or flint. Yeah, they call this flint in Whitefriars. So yeah, and I'll show you a reference for this one. So I'm going to show you this booklet, Whitefriars Revisited, 1935 to 1969, by Chris Woolman. This is from an exhibition that was a few years ago. He was selling this for £15, and it has everything that was in the exhibition. What's nice about this is that it has things that that are not in other books, so unusual stuff that came into the exhibition. And yeah, here's your Govet decanter here. Actually, he's saying emerald, amber, flint, and sea green. So maybe there's more colours than I thought, because he's actually missed. I have an old amber one, which is not amber, it's different. So I've got 2 ambers, different colours. He's saying emerald, but I think there's sky blue, and I think there's amethyst as well. So yeah, I only have sea green, amber, and old amber. So that's that. So before I pack up showing you stuff, I'm going to show you this cute little raw Brierley Crystal pamphlet from 1938. It's the trade name for Stephens and Williams, and yeah, and in it, yeah, a good proportion of the decanters. There's not many. I think there's about 6, and then you'll see what I mean. So this first one here, that's clearly a very conical decanter. I don't like this stopper. It doesn't seem to go with it. It should have a nicer design rather than this sort of like Victorian looking job here. And then I've got this one here, this rather fancy design with painted lines on it. This one is a bit like the other one I showed you, shape-wise, with the slightly rounded shoulders before it goes down. Stoppers a slightly different shape. And then, yeah, if you sort of like flick through this, there aren't many decanters. Oh, this one here. This one here. This is a bit like the John Walsh one I show you, with a slightly more bulbous stopper, but the shape-wise is very similar, just with a different pattern on it. And yeah, the reason I know it's from 1938. At the end here, it tells you revised for the year 1938, and yeah, it's giving you ratings for wines for the year, and also, how about this? It's telling you what kinds of wines go with what serving and foods you're giving. So yeah, fun facts for the end of this pamphlet on glass. So I hope you like that. Yeah, I could probably spend ages ploughing through reference books and just plucking out conical decanters from that period. There's loads. I'm only showing you what I've got. But yeah, just from that little booklet, you can see a lot of the decanters in that period were that shape. It was a design thing. People wanted that thrusting look, I suppose. I don't know. Modern, etc, etc, etc. So yeah, so I think I'm done with this for now, and unless I buy a pile more, and I'm trying not to do that. So yeah, I hope you'll let me get this right. I hope you like this video, and that you will like and subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you. Bye.